course, Steelers a potential landing spot in the third round.
All right, Raider Nation, we are now in the third round. I just posted the second round pick with the bio. Go like and go check it out. Like and subscribe on the page. So now we kind of get ready and start talking about the Raiders picks that we pick in the third round. Still a lot of great talent out there. Again, the whole world is wondering if the Raiders are going to select Shedeur Sanders. So we'll wait and see, and we'll discuss.
And the seasoned pros. This stuff works in Knoxville, Bronxville.
All right, so Raider Nation, man, we can go millions of ways. Like I said in the last episode, had about 7 to 8 linebackers that I had a third or fourth round grade on. So this may be where we start to run on getting our linebackers. We only have 1 inside linebacker and 2 outside linebackers on the roster beyond this year. So we definitely need to get some linebackers in the building and start getting them ready to go, just in case we don't re-sign a lot of the guys that we have on a 1-year contract. We got a lot of guys on the 1-year prove-it deals. So again, I mean, the names to keep an eye on, Danny Stutzman from OU, Teddy Buchanan from Cal, Jeffrey Bassa from Oregon, Cody Simon from Ohio State, Josiah Stewart from Michigan. Again, there's a cornerback that I love, Siobhan Rebel from East Carolina, Xavier Watts, safety, and obviously the 2 quarterbacks, Jalen Murrow and Shedeur Sanders. So, Harold Fannin Jr. just went to Cleveland, and we are now on the clock. So he just looks like a little mini Antonio Gates, just in terms of the kind of the. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That he has, where you go, I don't know how fast this guy is, but man. All right, Steve Wisniewski coming back out to announce the pick.
Fans of Green Bay, you guys are incredible. After the last pick, I went out there, I almost didn't make it back. I love you guys. There is no better team sport in the world than professional football. Do you agree? And there are no better fans in the world than NFL fans. Do you agree? I am thrilled to get the privilege to welcome another young man into the silver and black.
That's right.
I believe he has a commitment to excellence, and we are thrilled to get.
Who's that?
The 68th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Las Vegas Raiders select Darian Porter, defensive back.
Darian Porter.
Iowa State.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Definitely has an influence here. We're rolling 2.0 here in the long-tall corner.
6'2" and 7/8.
He's been able to collect over the years. Ahkello Witherspoon is who he reminded me of.
195 pounds.
He's a little bit tight. So the fluidity is going to show up. Those issues are going to show up at times versus smaller receivers. But you want a big press corner.
So if you want to round it up, 6'3", 195 pounds. Again, physical cornerback. It's definitely a mold that Pete Carroll loves. So Porter was an outside cornerback in defensive scheme. John Heacock's zone-heavy scheme. He set a school record with 64 games played. Most of his playing time came playing on the outside. After spending the first 3 seasons in Ames as a wide receiver, he moved to corner in 2022 and became a starter. Although he was part of a rotation early on, he still had 35.4 defensive snaps He's a towering athlete with a track background. Porter has exceptional athletic traits for his size and uses his length well to restrict airspace and coverage. He had 8 pass defense uh, and allowed 0 touchdowns over the past 2 seasons. He is very good at reading route developments. He also has snaps and played on special teams, so he has a special teams background. That's greatly increased his value to get on the field when basically when he did. He's the only player in Big 12 history with 6 career block kicks. Overall, Porter is a unique prospect that requires some projection because of his inexperience at the position, but he has all the rare combination of physical traits and promising ball skills to develop into a NFL starting corner. With his rare size, speed, and wide receiver background, look at him as a Tariq Woolen as his NFL comp. Who did Pete Carroll draft in Seattle a couple years ago? He drafted Tariq Woolen. So again, this is a Pete Carroll cornerback. This is definitely someone that fits his mold. Like I said, he's 6'3", 195 pounds. He has 33 and 1/8 arms, and he has an 80-inch wingspan. So he's long. And he also ran a 4.3 40 at the combine. His strengths is play speed and time speed, both elite. His parents are both accomplished college athletes. Porter has outstanding mile per hour speed, where at the combine he had mile per hour numbers of 22.17 and 23.89, both rare size and length for the position. Much better fluid and change of direction skills than most tall corners. Plays decisive in zone to overlap and confidently defend variety of routes. He was not flagged again, so he basically gave up no touchdowns in the last 2 seasons. He was not flagged in 2024. So it tells you that he plays with great discipline, uses his eyes and his play skills to make plays. Casts wide net with long and well-timed arms. Again, goes back to his wingspan. Defends fades very well. Former wide receiver. Again, that's where he has the hands. He doesn't become frozen on interception opportunities. Plays with terrific chase effort to track down ball carriers. Described by head coach Matt Campbell as the most selfless, most incredible human on Iowa State's roster. He was voted team captain. Again, like I said, he blocked 6 block punts in his career. He also blocked 1 field goal. He played 970 career special team snaps. So, as a 3rd-round pick, that's solid. That's solid. We need cornerback help. So far in this draft, we have knocked it out of the park. We got the best running back in the draft. Running back was a need. We got a very good wide receiver that catches everything, that has the size and has the speed, has the basketball background, so he's able to make those congested catches. And then now you get this young man, Darian Porter, 6'3", 195 cornerback that runs a 4.3 40. gave up no touchdowns in the last 2 years, was not flagged. So, so far, man, I got to say, we're 3 for 3. 3 for 3 on our picks. So, we got two more. We got two more third-round picks. Depending on, like I said, if we trade up or we trade back or whatever, if there's a prospect that they're eyeing, we'll see. So, all right, I'll be back.
15 degrees cooler on each side.
So, in a nutshell, looking at these three draft picks that we've got so far, let's go back to John Spatek when him and Pete Carroll had their introductory press conference, and they were talking about, now that you're here, roster, and what are you looking for on team building? How you look to build your team or whatever. And John Spatek said, we're basically looking at ourselves and we're saying, okay, what type of players do we want to bring in, right? What is going to be our identity, and what is going to be the identity we set for basically the new Raider way, right? And he said we're looking for toughness, we're looking for hard-nosed kids, or young men that loves football, right? That loves, eat, breathes, football. They love to compete. That, once they have their, once they, say they make the 53, they still are not comfortable. They're still competing to keep their job. And he also said, and it's what kind of made me say, okay, Tetairoa McMillan is going to be off the board, is because he said when I interview these guys and I talk to these guys or whatever, he goes, if they tell me, because I've had a lot of prospects tell me, well, I really never watched football, even though I play it, I really don't watch football. And he's like, you tell me that you don't watch football? Like, you're not trying to, watch and, watch other players or, watch other teams or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, he goes, that right, that to me is a turnoff. He goes, you got to love it. He goes, you got to love what you do. So when it said that Ted McMillan did not, when he said he don't watch film, I was like, okay, he's off the board because, he doesn't love football. They don't want players that love what football can do for them. And then to close what John Spatek said, he goes, and those players that we bring into the building, they're going to have those traits. And the ones that don't have those traits, he goes, it's okay. We're going to tell them, oh, it's okay. It's okay. You can go have a career somewhere else, but you just won't play here for the Raiders. And I love that. I love that. It set the tone of what they're going to be looking for when we see transactions or we see people being brought into the building, and then if we see them sign or whatever, even after they're signed, if they don't keep that same intensity, that same mentality, they won't be here. They'll let them go and they'll find somebody, that fits that mold. So looking at these three players, Ashton Jeanty, just go look at his background. Just go read, his background. He's a football guy. He loves football. Jack Bech, wide receiver from TCU. I sent the video on Jack Bech. Go check it out. It's got his bio and everything. He's a high-character guy that loves football. The guy we just picked in the third round.
With the 79th pick in the 2025
Darian Porter. He loves. I just read you his bio. He loves football. So, so high character guys that love football, that loves to compete,